Welcome back. You're watching Politically Correct on TVC. My name is Lengar, and with me in studio today is political analyst Mr. Onyango Ocheng. And of course, we're looking at matters ICC right now, and I want us to now go into the fresh demands that Fatou Bensouda has made to Kenya. She alleges that she wants actually the arrest of 3 Kenyans over alleged witness interference. And I'll just read out to you some of the allegations against them. These ones including journalist Walter Baraza, lawyer Paul Bett, and Paul Gisheru rather, sorry, and there's also Philip Bett. And the allegations against them is corruptly influencing witnesses, obstruction of justice, and witness tampering. What are your thoughts on this?
This reminds me of a long time ago. There was this music award in Kenya where they were going to award the best musicians. And then there is this gentleman called Prezo. I don't know his first name or his second name. He won the best dressed. So people were asking themselves that this was a talent show where they were awarding the best musicians. How come you're giving someone for best dressed? Is this actually part of singing? So basically, we're seeing Bensouda is on the banks of relevance. She is on the junction of relevance. Look, the issue in Kenya was crimes against humanity. What she's going to charge this gentleman with, she's just trying to save face. Supposedly, she charges the 3 men with those purported crimes she's talking about. What happens to Kenyans who lost? What happens to the locals to answer? I mean, I think if I was Bensouda, I would stop playing ostrich. I would just stop playing ostrich. I would just get serious. I would close these cases and go to Syria and handle the Syrian case. It's more serious. It's more serious. I would go to Iraq. I would go to Afghanistan. I would go to Yemen and bring fresh cases where you know that meet the minimum requirements of a criminal law. Otherwise, dragging Walter Baraza to ICC, come on. I think Bensouda's lost it. She's lost the plot.
Well, the journalist, Walter Baraza, was saying that he feels that Fatou Bensouda is trying to use him and the rest of them as scapegoats. Do you think this is the case?
I think she's not even trying to use them as scapegoats. She's ran out of goats. She's ran out of goats to scape. Remember, scapegoat was in the Yom Kippur festival. In the scapegoat is this goat that was taken, and then they pray for your sins, and then those sins are put in a basket, hung on the goat's neck, and the goat is left to wander. Then you'd assume that, okay, as the goat roams about, your sins are taken care of, right? What Bensouda's ran out of goats to escape. I think she's just trying to. I think she's saving face. She's on a face-saving mission, which is very, very unfortunate. What she's trying to do is not even one of the crimes that constitute the Rome Statute. What she's trying to do should have been a local crime here. And I think this is the time we should be talking about establishing an international crimes court within as a division within the High Court, so that people like Baraza should be tried. Actually, Baraza should be tried under the local law, not international law. Come on, international law is so high. The standard is so high. Now, when you drag Baraza to ICC and then you charge him with witness interference, surely, till then, are we now not deviating from the main course? Are we not derailing from the real path?
Okay.
And
now, looking at the witnesses who are said to have lied to the ICC court, do you think they will be prosecuted?
True. Bensouda should have charged them with perjury, lying under oath. That one Bensouda should have done a long time ago. Though in criminal law, a recanted evidence is no evidence. If I said yesterday that I was wearing a blue shirt, then tomorrow I come to court and say I was wearing a black shirt, then that now means that the quality of my evidence is thoroughly under. And if I withdraw, then the case is like that, it's gone. But there's one thing about criminal cases, they never end. The file is never closed. It is never closed. And that is why William Ruto, in as much as he's celebrating, he should invite some caution. He should invite some caution. Because this was just a no case to answer. It was not an acquittal. Acquittal means the case is done. No case to answer means, as at now, we don't have enough evidence. In the case of Thomas Lubanga, it was like that. Until almost 4 years down the line, some NGO came up with some very, very, very tough evidence. And Thomas Lubanga is in jail right now, probably enjoying free accommodation. Yeah.
Okay. Now, moving forward, President Uhuru Kenyatta is still pushing for the withdrawal of Kenya from the Rome Statute. What are your thoughts on this?
It is in bad faith. It is in bad faith. Our judiciary is still not strong enough to handle these cases. Remember, in as much as we're going to withdraw, nothing has happened to the 5,000 cases. And that does not negate the fact that things did happen. It does not invalidate the fact that crime did happen. What Uhuru should have done, he should have first of all go for restorative justice. He could have gone for reparation for these guys, for the victims, especially the Luos and the Kalenjins and the Luyas, who were in Naivasha and sections of Rift Valley. In Kisumu, people were killed. Trust me, I saw with my own eyes. People were killed thoroughly. What Uhuru should have done was reparation. He should have, so far, IDPs who've been settled are Kikuyus. Uhuru should have gone beyond that.
Is that really true, saying that it's only the Kikuyus?
A myth is a lie told over times until it starts to look like truth. But then the Igbos once said, the Igbos of Nigeria said that no matter how long a log of wood stays in a river, it will never be a crocodile. It will never be a crocodile. This is a myth that has been said over time. Luos were slaughtered in Naivasha terribly, and other crimes that I cannot even say here on camera. And there were Luos, there were cases, there were Luyas and stuff. The people who were settled were these people in Rift Valley and majorly Kikuyus. What the president should do is that now this is a national unity stitching moment. It's a very, very, it's a monumental moment within our, how do I call it? This is a time that Uhuru Kenyatta should settle this thing once and for all. He should sit down with these IDPs. Kikuyus have been settled. Actually, I don't even want to blame Uhuru per se, because this thing started when Raila and Kibaki were sharing power. So the regime today should settle Luos, should settle all these guys, so that everybody at least feels that justice has been done. Trust me, not all cases when you lock people, justice is served. These people need to get on with their lives. Some of these people had houses. Those houses were brought down. Now today, if you jail the person who brought down my house, what justice will be given to me? Do I become a beggar on the streets? No. The president needs to do something, and he needs to do it like yesterday. Pulling Kenya out of ICC. In Africa, people are so good at learning bad manners. We don't know. We are heading to elections next year. We've just seen what is happening, what was happening in Uganda. The aftermath actually lived as late as yesterday, somewhere in Hoima. Some killings going on there. So we need to. The president needs to do something.
That's not a good move?
It's not a good move.
What are the implications of pulling out of the Rome Statute?
The whole process of pulling out of ICC takes 2 years. So even if today, for example, Parliament passes a resolution, it will take 2 years. So they should not be too simplistic. These people, sometimes I wonder the quality of advisors they have. Even if Kenya today pulls out of ICC, the whole process takes 2 years. Next year we go for election. It technically means, or in theory, that means that people who have been perpetuated violence next year will still be liable to be dragged to the ICC. So the person advising these people to pull out of the ICC, it's another Vision 2030. Sure.
Well, Judge Abu Osuji says that he felt that the pulling out of ICC, the efforts or the thoughts of pulling out of ICC for Kenya, it will encourage impunity. Will this be the case?
True. In Africa, people are good at learning bad manners. Let me give you a good one. Before Museveni thought of going for a 5th term, Kagame had thought of going for a 3rd term. The president of Cameroon is thinking of going for a 20th term. Come on. And not only him, that is the wind sweeping of Africa. Mugabe yesterday said that he needs 1 more term. He's 93 years. So that alone tells you how impunity is so much infectious and intoxicating in Africa that if today Kenya pulled out of... Remember, 5,000 cases have not even been prosecuted. And these things happened in 2007. Today we're talking about 10 years down the line. So if we pull out of ICC, we will embolden this militia. And these militias are happening. You saw Moses Kuria the other day parading his machete-armed men and telling them to slaughter anybody who's not circumcised. And to me, that was a coded message to mean the Luo community. And Moses Kuria is still roaming the streets. If Kenya was a serious country, say like for example Rwanda, people like Moses Kuria, do you know where they could have been by now? They could have been in Guantanamo. Rwanda has a jail similar to Guantanamo, deep in those islands somewhere in Goma. Yeah, that is where these people should be. But if we take them to court, they bribe the judges, they come out, what do? We are emboldening impunity. Okay. We are emboldening impunity.
Remember, you can send in your views and comments to the numbers 0774455111. Tell us what you think about today's topic. Contribute something. Let us hear from you. You can send in your views again through the number 0774455111. And right now, Onyango, I want us to move away from matters ICC and go into issues pertaining court. All right. So we've recently seen differences between Ford Kenya and ODM that culminated in a violence during Moses Wetangula's presidential bid launch. Is there trouble in ODM? Is there a possible fallout?
First, there is no trouble in ODM. ODM is ODM. It is robust. It is growing. In fact, by the way, ODM is the only party that is existing. It is the only party that is existing. I would even ask you one question. Where are Ford Kenya offices? Where do they carry their registration? Who are their members? Where do they carry out their party activations? No, these are people who have perfected the act. Personally, I'm a politician and I'm going for a parliamentary seat. But these are people who perfected the art of attending funerals because it's easy for them to find a gathered crowd. My dear, let me school you a bit here. Bringing a crowd, for example, for you to address a rally at Uhuru Park, how much do you think it costs? Or you think you just go out to the microphone and tell people, come? It is not cheap. Putting a rally and filling a rally at Uhuru Park, you need at least 5 million Kenya shillings. I'm telling you, I've done part of this logistics. Not once, not twice, not even 4 times. I've been to rallies in the village where now I'm doing some projects. Even inviting just 20 people, you need at least 10,000 Kenya shillings. Show me one rally that Ford Kenya has ever organized. I think what is happening is Wetangula is trying to extract his pound of flesh from Raila Odinga under this faulty theory that Raila Odinga is not electable as a president in this republic, that he has contested and he has never been declared a president, and that Raila Odinga cannot win, and that they should change. That is utter balderdash. That is utter rubbish. Ford Kenya does not even play in the league of ODM. In fact, Ford Kenya to me, with all due respect to Wetangula, Ford Kenya to me is more of a neighborhood association of elite Bungoma people living in Nairobi. As simple as that.
But where the difference is coming in, what was causing the differences between Ford Kenya and CORD? That they even had to have crisis meetings over this.
Wetangula wants to be the president of the Republic of Kenya, right? He doesn't want to be a governor of a village, right? He takes out his presidential bid launch. You know, presidential bid launch is not like somebody wanting to be a prefect of a classroom. It is something so serious because you're addressing the world. Then you carry it and take it to Kakamega. And then you want to fence the place. And then behave like ODM should not come here. Here is ours. Here is ours. When even the MC in your village is elected on an ODM ticket.
So are we saying that Ford Kenya had locked out ODM supporters?
No. Ford Kenya is now playing, you know, at this stage I think English fails me. I just can't describe what Ford Kenya is up to. But I think Wetangula is just trying to be funny. And he needs to wake up from that slumber. He's trying to be, come on. The governor of Bungoma County is my friend Ken Lusaka. He was elected on new Ford Kenya ticket. Supposedly today Wetangula says that. And you know, the most annoying part of it is that he's doing it under the guise of democracy. Excuse me. The MPs that Wetangula has are in fact Olaga Luch from Kisumu and Ken Diege from somewhere in Awendo, which are supposed ODM strongholds, right? Wetangula needs to get serious. He needs to get serious.
But Ford Kenya, Wiper Party and ODM they're all parties under one umbrella. Wetangula is saying that there is still unity. But as from what I'm hearing from you, it's as though Ford Kenya is running on its own. Is this the case?
You know, on what the Wetangula's plan was this. He was actually to bring chaos on Saturday. Because on Saturday, as at 8 a.m. in the morning, Raila was in Kisumu, gearing himself to attend that function. As at 8 a.m. in the morning, we were seeing those boys in blue, men carrying, not machetes, how do you call them? Crude weapons of mass destruction. You saw those men carrying those rungus. What were they going? Were they going hunting? Trust me, they were not going hunting. They were going to beat. You saw what they did in that rally. They beat anybody wearing anything in ODM. And then you want to tell me we are partners. Partners, my foot. Look here. The moment Raila left Kisumu for this place, Arusha, that is Chopper, what followed? It was mayhem. In fact, what I saw in Kakamega can only be equated to what I saw in a place in Nigeria called Maiduguri, when Boko Haram descended on a village and beat up everybody senseless. And then on Tuesday when Raila was back, Raila sat down with this guy for 3 hours. Yesterday, Wetangula, in the morning, Wetangula was on an FM station, actually Sulu FM to be very specific, because I'm liable to whatever I'm saying, and I stand the right to be dragged to court. Yesterday in the morning, Wetangula was on Sulu FM. At around lunchtime, he was speaking on another TV station. What he said was not friendly. If I sit you down, we talk for 3 hours, tete-a-tete, you know, like hearty discussions, and then the next minute you run to the media, trying to, you know, even if today, Wetangula needs to know one thing, that Raila is 10 times bigger than Wetangula. Wetangula needs Raila to survive politically for relevance purposes. And remember again, what is holding CORD together? There's no chemistry. Let's not lie with each other. This was just a marriage of convenience. These are people, Kalonzo and this other gentleman is called Wetangula. They came this side because the other side the door was closed. That other side the door was closed. Now they're hiding this side. And that is where now we have a problem. We don't have marriages of philosophies, marriage of ideologies, marriage of ideas. Let me give you one. South Africa, Julius Malema is only 33 years. In South Africa, people don't elect MPs, people elect parties. So in South Africa, the MCAs, 3 MCAs, if a party has 3 MCAs, automatically it has 1 MP in the assembly. Julius Malema has 75 MCAs. That makes it 25 MPs in the National Assembly. See what he's doing. See what he's doing. He's really keeping down those controls. He's running one of the most organized political parties in Africa. Can you compare it with Kenya? When did they even the delegates conference? That is a name of the association.
Very heated argument there. We'll take a short break, and when we get back, we'll be looking still into matters court. So don't go too far. We'll be back shortly.